Hey, this is Preez, the founder of Encounter Churches, and you are listening to Encounter Now podcast. I hope this message inspires you, empowers you, and builds your spirit. Enjoy. Welcome to today's broadcast and today's episode on Encounter Now. I'm going to share with you if this is probably for me one of the most important episodes I've done. One of the most important. If you catch these keys, I know you will be so blessed. I'm going to share with you 6 secrets on possessing God's promise for your life. 6 secrets on possessing the call of God on your life, God's promise for your life. 6 secrets to possess God's promise for your life. I don't want you to miss out. This is going to be life-changing. This is, as I said, one of the best ones for me that I've done, and I want you to be a part of it. So I'll see you in 2 seconds. Stay tuned. Welcome, Encounter Now. This is the episode that I believe is one of the best for me, that I know you will be so blessed. And I'm going to share with you 6 keys, 6 secrets to possess the promise of God. 6 secrets to possess the promise of God. Let's get into this immediately. I want your full attention. And number 1, identify any distraction to your call. Identify any distraction to your call. Identify any distraction to your assignment. Hebrews chapter number 12 verse 1 says this: let us lay aside every weight and the sin which does so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us. Let us lay aside every weight. So I want you to remember this first secret. Identify any distraction in your life that distracts you from the promise, the call, and the assignment of God in your life. Number 2, be ruthless. Be aggressive in refusing any responsibilities that are unrelated to the call of God in your life. I'm going to say it again. Be ruthless in refusing any responsibilities unrelated to the call of God in your life, unrelated to your assignment, your mission, the promise of God. You see, 2 Timothy chapter number 2 verse 4 says that no man that entangles himself, no man that is in warfare, that is a soldier, that entangles himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who has chosen him to be a soldier. When we get saved, we are enlisted into the army of God instantly, whether we like it or not, whether we believe it or not. We are enlisted into the armies of heaven. And the Bible says no man that is enlisted entangles, no man that is in warfare, that wars, that is entangling himself in the affairs of this world. Meaning, once you are enlisted into this warfare, you need to be focused and there will be no distraction. So you must be ruthless and aggressive, even violent, to anything that is unrelated to the call, the promise, and the assignment of God in your life. Number 3, become an expert. Become a master on your assignment. Become a master, an expert on your assignment. That which God has called you to be, the promise of God. If He has called you to be a business or to be a motivational speaker, to be a preacher, to be an evangelist, become an expert, become a master on that specific area. You see, 2 Timothy chapter number 2 verse 15, Paul instructs and commands Timothy to study to show himself approved unto God, a workman that doesn't need to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. You see, Timothy, we can take this and say we need to know the word of God. That's good, but let's take it into context. Paul was speaking to Timothy regarding Timothy's assignment. Timothy's assignment was that he's a pastor over, apostle and a pastor over Ephesus church, and he had to preach and bring a word to stop divisions from taking place and church splits from taking place. So Paul said to him, let's call that in your life, this assignment, this promise. I want you to study it, to show yourself approved. I want you to throw yourself fully into it, to become the master of this this assignment that is on your life. So whatever assignment is on your life, whether it is business, like I said, whether it is an evangelist, a doctor, a lawyer, where God has called you to be, to build houses, to build churches, to be an apostle, evangelist, a teacher, a pastor, become a master in your assignment. The message He's given you, the prophetic on my life, God has called me to bring an encounter. So I become a master in that area. You see, when you become a master in one area, it is better than a jack of all trades. These are 3 secrets so far. I'm going to share with you 6, but if you enjoy this podcast so far, I'm going to ask you to please comment, like, or share this broadcast. Share it with your friends. If you're on Podbean, if you're on any other podcast platform, any Apple, Google, wherever you're, Spotify, please rate this podcast right now. It takes a few seconds. Just click the stars or rate it for us. If you can write a recommendation, a comment, especially on Podbean, you can write a comment. Please do so. Please write a review on other podcast channels. I'll appreciate it so much. It just makes our traffic go further. And we have hundreds and hundreds. I think we are reaching about 900 to 1,000 downloads or listeners every day on our podcast. So I want to ask you to share this with family and friends, share it on your social media as we get into the 4th secret on how to possess the promise of God for your life. The 4th secret, listen to this: avoid any conversation. Refuse and avoid any conversation with those who has contempt on your assignment. They treat you with contempt, disrespect. Avoid anyone who disrespects your assignment. You know they don't like you. You know they speak bad of you. You know they don't think of anything of your assignment. Avoid them. Avoid them. It's like with us in ministry, and me as a prophetic voice, I would usually get hundreds of comments a day of people hating me, calling me out from all over the world. If I focus on that, it wouldn't be 3 months and I will lose the call of God. I will miss it. Never focus on the bad and avoid that conversations. You see, Paul gave Timothy this instruction in 2 Timothy chapter number 2 verse 16. After he spoke to him about showing himself, a study to show himself approved unto God, he goes on, he says, but shun profane and vain babblings, for they will increase only to more godliness. But foolish and unlearned questions, avoid them. Foolish questions, foolish Facebook comments, avoid them, knowing that they do gender strifes, that they create strife among you. Avoid any conversation that disrespects or looks upon with contempt on your promise, your call of God, your destiny, your assignment. I want to get to the 5th secret, secret number 5. Prepare yourself for an uncommon enemy. Prepare yourself for an uncommon enemy. You see, Satan hates it when we complete something. Why? Jesus is the author and the finisher of our faith. Satan hates it when we complete something because it shows totally opposite of him and his nature. He is unable to complete his assignment and his destiny because the book of Revelation has already declared his end. So he knows he cannot complete anything. And he hates every person and despises every person that is able to finish the assignment, the call, and the promise of God on their lives. Secret number 6, the 6th secret, the last one. 6th secret to possess the promise of God in your life. Disconnect and cut yourself off. Disconnect and cut yourself off from any relationship that doesn't celebrate your assignment. Disconnect from any relationship. Cut yourself off. Ostracize yourself from any relationship that doesn't celebrate your passion, your obsession with the assignment and the call of God in your life. You see, 2 Thessalonians chapter number 3 verse 14. 2 Thessalonians chapter number 3 verse 14. Listen to this. Apostle Paul is saying, and if any man obey not our word by this epistle, note that man, and have no company with him, that he may be ashamed. You see, that he may be ashamed. Any person that doesn't celebrate your passion, that doesn't celebrate your passion with the call of God in your life, with the assignment, they cannot rejoice, cannot celebrate your victories. They're not happy with you. They are a danger. Mark them, note them, and have no company with them. Have no company with them. You see, when you make your promise of God, the call of God in your life, when you make your assignment, your passion, your complete passion, your obsession, wrong relationships will begin to die. People asking, but how do I get wrong friends out of my life? Focus on the thing that God has called you. Wrong relationships will die. You see, right relationships will begin to be born. Because once you step into the season of God for your life, it always comes with new relationships. The best way to disconnect from people that are not right for you, that are wrong relationships, is to become obsessed with your assignment, with your call. You see, when your obsession is to do the right thing and the assignment, wrong people will be very uncomfortable around you. Fight for your focus. Don't let any distraction come in. Phone calls, SMSs, whatever it might be, emails, distractions. Even, I always make this statement. The only way that Satan takes you away from your dream and your goal is to give you another dream and another goal. He knows that you're an achiever. So what does he do? He presents to you another dream and another goal. Only those who are obsessed with their assignment succeeds. I'm going to close with this. Only those who are obsessed with their assignment will succeed. Only those who are obsessed with the call of God on their life. Obsessed. You go to bed with it. You sleep, you wake up with it on your mind. You eat it, breathe it, sleep it, think it. At work, all you think is the obsession you have with the call of God. Then you know you're somebody, you're going to be a statistic that'll be successful one day. If you enjoyed this podcast, I want to ask you to share it with your friends. Like, comment below, review our podcast on any platform you can. Put a rating on there, rate us. I will highly appreciate it. Any comment that comes through to us, especially on Podbean, which is our broadcast platform we are broadcasting from. I read every comment. I pray for you. Let me know what is the call of God in your life. Let me know what you are obsessed with. I would love to hear from you, and I'll see you tomorrow. God bless.